Welcome back to another multiplayer battle. I'm playing the Vampire Count. I've got my Strigoi King, and we've got a Beastman ally. I don't know why it's not showing the name right now, but we'll find out who's playing with me later. I think it was Tokshin. Yeah, it was Tokshin. How could I forget? We're fighting a Jungle Pit Lord. He's got a lot of Savage Orcs, and, well, it's a rather lightly armored build. No armor at all. Let's go look at the battle right now. I'm over here on the left flank. I've got my Felbats, I've got my Vargeist, a beautiful, beautiful Strigoi Ghoul King. I mean, I want you to look at him. I want you to look at him. Look at that. Not bad. He's been keeping in shape, keeping swole. I don't know how. Then we have a Terrorgeist over here with anti-large properties, and those are quite effective. I've got my Dire Pack for anti-large as well. We've got the Sternsmen. We're looking at zombies in the very front. We've got a few regiments for now to help me out with poison damage and everything that we need to further wound our opponents. A Vargulf, who I love quite a bit for flanking. Tokshin's playing as the Beastman. He brought in many units, as you can probably tell. To let you know, we're playing with 15,000 gold. It's a good amount of gold for a big enough army to have fun with, but not to be too limited as well. Over here, we've got the Savage Orc Biggins who are coming up. Let's go look what they have. No armor at all. They have War Paint, Bigger and Ardor, and Damage Shoulder. War Paint, just a crappy damage reduction. They're just not that great. They'll probably need to be cheaper to be better. And I'll be fighting the Vampire Count player as well, so I'm fighting a large portion of two armies right now. Tokshin will be fighting a portion of it. He'll be fighting the Blood Knights and the Chill Guys. The Chill Guys. I'm moving along. There's gonna be some stuff going on. Immediately I set out with my zombies to go bog them down. To be the bogman. Golden Spearmen are now clashing with them. They'll be there for a while. They're so plentiful and large in number that they'll be there for quite some time. They're beginning to get on that hill right now. I'm getting ready to fight. They're charging at my Graveguard, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and check it out in slow motion. Ba-na-na-na-na. Bonk. There's my Terrorgeist. Right over here. Felbats are still up here. Vargeist. I actually like to use them a lot more. I didn't used to, but I like them more now. Ungor Spearman Herd, charging in to fight some Spearmen. So he's using his fodder to kind of bind me down, to try to tire me out, which is kind of funny because I'm undead as well. The Savage Orcs are coming into play, but I'm moving in with my flying units right now to go after them. Vargeist are moving in. And these are the Devils of Schwarzschafen, who are actually really good. And I'm going to show you over the course of the battle why they're so damn good. Savage Orc Biggins are destroyed. The Terrorgeist are getting them as well. We've got Spider Hatchlings from a Spider Queen. We've got a Giant moving in. They have so much coming after me. Let's go look over here. I've got my Crypt Horrors who are attacking them. They do have armor piercing, not that it really matters when my opponent has no armor at all. But we're beating them, we're fighting them. We have the Königstein Stalkers who have poison attacks and they're shielded to negate some range damage. Not that I need to worry about that. I brought in a lot of my Graveguard to go help out Tokshin to go fight these Karn Wraiths. They have a Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone to cause magic disruption. We've got the Graveguard still fighting the battle. Over here, Tokshin's fighting a lot of the Vampire Count's army and a bit more of the Orcs army. He was divided. I don't know why his army was divided, but it was. Over here, we have a stinky army with Blood Knights and Chaos Warhounds and Centaurs all surrounding them. Tokshin's bringing in Spearman, which is a good call. He's bringing in Malagor, the Dark Omen. And Cygor, a Cygor, not the Cygor. And we've got two Gore Bulls, which are pretty good. And a Chaos Giant, which, or not a Chaos Giant, a Beastman Giant, a Beastmen Giant. He's got a tattoo on his belly, but he regrets that. But he regrets a lot. Check him out. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Not important. Back over here now. The Spider Hatchlings are really just meant to be a distraction. They can't really do a lot. The Devils of Schwarzschafen, 20 kills right now. We're still fighting the Savage Orc Biggins, who are pretty good at taking on larger creatures, so that might not have been the best call. I'll be trying to go after the Spider Queen in a little while. I have my Felbats to bind them down. That's why they're so good. They take a little bit to take down, and it's really keep you busy. My Vargulf is fighting. Ooh. Thank you, Fluffy. I have so many large creatures bashing their heads in. Look at the Crypt Horrors go. There's really not too much for me to cover quite yet, but I need to go look at Toshin's side. That's the side where I don't know where a lot of things are going on that I was not able to witness myself. Got a little bit tongue-tied there. I was trying to find a way out of it. Didn't really work out. Over here, we have Goblin, Wolf Rider, Archers. They begin to retreat. I'll probably head towards them eventually. My Crypt Horrors are still fighting down here, killing more of the Savage Orc Biggins, who are not meant to be the mainstay of your army. That often does not work very well. Not against a more armored foe like me. The Karn race do have armor piercing. Their impact of causing terror is lost upon me. I'm immune to that. It would work on Toshin's units, but not mine. There's the Grave Guard. Got a few squigs over here that are going to bother Toshin. He's still fighting. I'm actually shocked his melee was able to fight back the Orc player. I thought the Orc player might even have a chance in, but if you can't beat basic Beastmen infantry, you're in trouble. He's still fighting the Chill guys who are beginning to crumble away. The Gorbals are doing a great job. The Centaurs are holding, but the Ungor Spears are really what's going to help them, you know, win. Alright. Malagor's moving along. That Cygor has 12 kills. Not too many kills. That's okay. Savage Orcs coming out. How about Toshin? I'm like the worst guy to focus on. I'll be here for a while. And then I had my giant units, my Terror guys, my Strigoi Ghoul King, my Vargulf all go after the Spider Queen. So they won't have a lot of kills, but I will let you know, we get a lot of high value kills. That, to me, is more important. So we've got like 2,400 gold, now gone, fleeing the map. That is now gone. I don't need to worry about that. That's a huge portion of their army. The Devils have 40 kills and are not really being shot at yet. He does have Wurzag. Oh, he does use a foot over here. Oh my warriors, I just missed it. Shoot. It happened so quickly. 14 kills, which is not going to change up the battle. That wasn't a good call. Maybe buffing up his units would have been a better call. I don't know. But I'm flying in. And now we're going after Wurzag. We're all going after Wurzag. He's right here. He's going to freak out eventually. Let's go check it out. My Tithe were probably wiped out finally. Yeah, that's what it looks like. They were finally wiped out. Cryptors are still fighting. We're still fighting over here. We have a giant to worry about. A little bit over a quarter gone. Stern's men are still fighting. They're in critical binding. They've been attacked in the rear by zombies, so that causes a penalty. Even if they're not powerful, that does cause a penalty, no matter what. More Graveguard are fighting over here, taking out Squigs. I wanted to help out Toshin by getting the Squigs. Toshin's still fighting his battle. It was really important that he win the mounted battle. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that yet. It's really close, though, if you look at it. It's actually pretty difficult to tell who's going to win quite yet. But I'm going after high-value targets because I have to. Wurzag is freaking the hell out. Look at how much damage we did to him so quickly, too. But, I mean, I have so many things to use to get him. Why would I just let him live? That would be rude of me to do that. I'm just going after him, doing a lot of damage. My Devils are charging in. They're being shot at. They have over 80 kills. They had 40 kills. Now they have over 80 kills, and they're still fighting. A few might die, but that's okay. Wurzag is now fleeing. Let's go look at the battle. Here's that giant, still fighting. Zombies are behind me. Cryptors are still fighting. The Vargulf I brought in to come help out to go after those Karn Wraiths. And Karn Wraiths are okay, but they do not last for a long time. They easily begin to crumble, so you have to watch out for that. Got a Cygor throwing things. I'm waiting for that friendly fire to mess me up, but it's actually not a bad place to be. Though he probably should be throwing over here. That would have been a better call to help out his giant. His giant's taking a lot of damage. He's in the middle of the fight. The Ungor Raiders are shooting into the fray, trying to get to Squigs, who got away from my Grave Guard. Let's check it out. Strigoi Ghoul King. One ghoul, two ghoul, three. And Wurzag is fleeing again. He should not have left Wurzag unguarded. I mean, who would ignore that if you have a high-ranking officer of the enemy army just standing around? You're probably going to go after them, right? It's a good idea. Here comes my Vargulf, way over here to go help out. Toshin brought in some Chaos Spawn, and they're fighting way back there. He's got his own Bestigor still fighting. I'm pushing in even more using my Dire Pack finally. I left my Dire Pack back behind, but now they're kind of able to push in. And they're getting a lot of kills. They're keeping the orcs from being able to pull back. That's why it's not always good to utilize everything you have in the very beginning of a fight. I mean, you should definitely do it if the situation calls for it, but at times it's really good to have a fresh unit come in at a latter stage of a battle, and they can really peak it in your favor. Unless you're too far gone, then well, that won't really benefit you very much. We have zombies to knock down. We did get that giant too. My Terror guys came in, did a lot of damage to that giant. So the giant, I don't know where the giant went to. It's not dead over here. I don't see the big dead body. He's bringing in skeleton warriors now. Another weird choice. How they focused on Tokshin, maybe things would have been different. I mean, I would have hit them, but they could have broken Tokshin before they tried to break me. Tokshin's coming in from behind. If you look at it, they're just falling apart. There's not too much more for them to do. Undead on undead action. Heads are flying. Creatures are dying. Child rules here. He's got a Vlad von Karstein, 32 kills, coming in to fight some Chaos Spawn. But we now have map control. We control a majority of the map. They have pockets of resistance, a lot of low-tier warriors that are left. My Graveguard were just meant to last, and they did. He's got Gorbull still moving in. Over here, I have my Devils chasing more units off the map. My Strigoi Ghoul King still chasing units off the map. My Dire Pack too. I was trying to keep them all off the map. That way they wouldn't be back. That way, that would just be a significant portion of his army that's been fully routed and shattered and just out of the battle. That's where they need to be, out of the battle. There's that Gorbull. And we are reaching the conclusion of our battle, so we'll just watch it as it is. Vlad's fighting a Cygor and a Giant. Probably not a good call. That's a lot to deal with. Vlad's gotta be sad about that one. Gotta deal with the Big Toe and BO. And it looks like for Vlad, it is over. Vlad is done for. They all fall apart. I lost over 700, but if you look at it, my Devil's got over 100 kills. My Stern's been 99 kills. My Graveguard, a pretty average amount of kills. A few got a big number, but really just an average amount. But I was able to take down a lot of the Savage Orcs. I was able to take down the Giant. I was able to take down the Spider. I was able to get rid of Wurzag. So I was able to get rid of the cornerstone of that Orc army. He didn't really have much left after I took all of that out. Tokshin got a lot of kills with the Giant. Chaos Spawn did okay. Bestigors were able to hit from behind and did a lot of damage. Then the Gorbulls were rather flexible, and he had a Cygor, which we cannot see here because he did summon it in. Rex was over here. Blood Knights, 120. That's not too bad. Chillgeist, okay. He brought in way too many Spearmen. Zombies would have been better if he wanted to bind me up. The anti-large and stuff like that wouldn't have been that effective. He did have Graveguard, but again, they were fighting 2 battles at once with each of their armies. We don't like to do that too much. We like to focus on one at a time and then move on to the next one, and that's kind of what we did. But I got rid of the big stuff for the Jungle Pit Lord. I mean, he had 495 remaining, a little bit more than me. Rex fell apart after he lost Vlad, but he did lose a lot. But everything here, gone. Remaining 0. He lost it all. All right, well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like down below. Keep in mind your feedback, your likes, your comments, all of that. I look at them. I enjoy them. Thank you for them. And as always, until then.